Klaus Paur, Managing Director for Greater China Automotive at Synovate Motoresearch, and he joins us from our Beijing bureau. Klaus, hopefully you saw the Morgan cars trailing the streets of central Beijing there. It does seem to stick out like a sore thumb because I don't think, car buyers in China are looking for classic lines, are they?
Well, this is true. This is certainly an exception for the classic cars. But what we see in the China market at the moment is that we have a lot of very wealthy people. And these wealthy people are young, actually. And this young generation, they are looking for some special cars. So what we see as one purchase motivation is to have basically fun for driving and for self-gratification. And this is why people buy advanced body styles, and this is why we see more and more coupes and convertibles on the streets, simply because people want to have pleasure for driving and they don't need it really to represent in their daily life.
Well, that's why there's a 15-month waiting list right now for the Porsche Cayenne. But what about classic cars like Morgan? I mean, that's a specific taste, as some would say. What do you think the chances are of Morgan and how they might perform in the Chinese market?
Well, I think overall speaking, simply because the Chinese market is so big, we can suggest that they are selling still a relatively huge number of vehicles compared to other markets. Still, of course, this will be very small in comparison with the mainstream brands or the other luxury brands. But overall speaking, certainly we have a situation in the China market where we have more and more people willing to buy such cars, and this is why I think overall speaking, in the longer term, there is a huge potential for brands like Morgan, even if it's a niche brand, because niche brands, even in China, sell actually quite a lot of volumes.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, what about the broader market names? We've been seeing, Chinese car companies really being battered in the stock markets. Do you expect this to continue for the rest of this year?
Well, I think for the Chinese car manufacturers, they are in a very difficult situation because all the mainstream car manufacturers have downtraded their vehicles, and the Chinese manufacturers are not really yet in the position to compete with international brands in the upper segments. This is why, if you will, the premium and also the luxury market is dominated by foreign car manufacturers, and it will be a long, long way for the Chinese manufacturers to go into this market segment.
Okay, but is there overcapacity? I mean, there's a lot of concern that there might be too many car companies right now in China, and we're talking about consolidation in the industry.
Well, it is true. We have in China, it's a market with the most brands out there, and this is why there is, of course, a need for consolidation. This is why the government actually is very careful also in approving the different projects that are out there. Just think back for the Saab and the Huatai project, which was not approved simply because it goes a little bit against this consolidation issue. But, I mean, the overall thing is that we need to make sure that each brand has a good market potential, and usually if they are producing good quality and also obviously also building in the brands, then they will have a chance in the market, and only those who are not performing, they will be automatically, simply by market forces,
I got one more question for you.
To exit.
Tell me which luxury car brand will do the best in China, quickly.
I think it is Mercedes-Benz who is really on a streak at the moment.
All right, Klaus, thanks for joining us today and sharing your thoughts. Klaus Paur, Managing Director for Greater China Automotive at Synovate Motoresearch.